Hi, I'm Edward Gibbons-Brown, and these are cocktails for the quarantine. Shaken, blended, or served by the pitcher. Everyone loves a good margarita. But all the bars and restaurants are closed. So what do? Stop drinking. Make them at home. That's right. I'm going to show you how to make a great margarita from the comfort of your quarantine. And because times are tough, we're going to do it on a budget. Let's dive right in and start with the booze. Luna Azul Blanco. This was the cheapest bottle of good tequila available at my local liquor store, and at $19.99, it's a great buy for the money. Most tequila is honestly pretty good, and you can buy whatever fits your budget, as long as you look for this. 100% agave, non-negotiable. Anything that says oro or gold is a mixto. If wearing disposable rubber gloves in the grocery store but then throwing them on the ground in the parking lot when there's a garbage can right there was a tequila, it would be a mixto tequila. We'll be pouring 2 ounces for our margarita today, so that works out to $1.57 per cocktail. Cointreau. This is a classic benchmark triple sec. You can get a different one if you want to bring your price tag down. Use your judgment based on what's available and what fits your budget. The selection at my local liquor store made this small bottle the best option at $22.99 for 375 milliliters. If you don't have any triple sec on hand, or you want to save a little money, I've got some good news for you. You can still make a Tommy's margarita. A streamlined spin on the classic made with tequila, lime juice, and agave. Totally delicious, and you can still follow along with this video if you leave out the liqueur. Here's what we'll need today. Limes, oranges, agave nectar, and salt. I picked all of this up at my local grocery store while trying really hard not to touch my face. The agave was $3.29. We'll be using a little less than half an ounce, or 14 cents worth. Limes were $2.50 for a 2-pound bag. We're using about 1 lime, maybe a lime and a half. That brings the total price tag for this margarita to $3.77. We're going to be prepping some lime juice and agave nectar today. If you have a hand juicer, you can sort of set yourself up like this. I like to strain out the pulp from the lime juice, but that's totally optional. And we're just going to juice some limes, like so. Agave nectar is heavy. It's going to stick to the sides of my tools and throw off the accuracy of my measurements. So to make it a little bit easier to work with, we're going to add a little bit of water. So we have a half cup of agave and 2 tablespoons of tap water. Salt is key to a margarita. So let's set ourselves up with a little plate, like so. We will cut a lime wedge and set it aside. We'll need that later. Some people like their margarita up. Some people like it on the rocks. I like it both ways. But we'll shake it down on a big rock today, so we'll use a double rocks glass. We're going to be getting this margarita very cold when we shake it, so we'll put this glass in the freezer so the glass is cold too. Let's talk about ice. I'm an extra special fancy boy, ladies. So I have these molds to make big sexy cubes in my freezer. These are great for keeping your cocktail cold without adding water too quickly. If you don't have these, no problem. Use whatever ice you have handy. I'm going to build this margarita in a tin shaker setup, and I'll measure it with a jigger. But guess what? You don't need any of this stuff to make the exact same drink. If you don't have a jigger, grab your measuring cups and spoons and follow along. As for shaking, you can use anything with a sealable lid. Alright, let's start building this margarita. We'll start with just a pinch of salt. This is going to enhance the flavors, the same way as seasoning food. Next, 3/4 ounces, or 4.5 teaspoons of lime juice, half an ounce or 3 teaspoons of agave, half an ounce or 3 teaspoons of triple sec, and 2 ounces or 1/4 cup of tequila. Now remember, if you want to make a Tommy's margarita, just leave out the triple sec, keep everything else the same. I'm going to prepare my garnish and set it aside. I'm doing this first because once I shake this cocktail, the texture won't last very long. Some people like a salted rim. We already put some salt in this drink, so we don't need it, but it can be fun and interactive, so we'll just do a half rim. That way you have the option to taste the drink with or without the extra salt. If you're using ice from your freezer, fill your small tin all the way up. For me, I'm going to use 4 of these 1-inch cubes. Time to give this a shake. Alright, I like to double strain it for a more uniform texture, but that is totally optional. Express and garnish with your orange peel. And there it is. That's your margarita. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or made this drink, please take a moment to tip your bartender. That's me. This is a really difficult time for the hospitality industry. Many of us were already living paycheck to paycheck and found ourselves out of work overnight, worried about food, shelter, and paying our bills. There's a link with this video you can use to leave me a tip. You were all so generous after the last video, and we appreciate it so much. But any small amount still helps. We had a couple of requests for a margarita video, which is why we chose to do this next. So keep talking to us. Tell us what you want to see. We're listening. And please share this video on your own social media channels as well. Stay safe and healthy out there, everyone. Take care of yourselves and wash your hands. Cheers. So there's 2 hunters in the woods, right? And they brought a thermos full of margarita with them. They're in the woods, they're drinking the margarita. Maybe they drink a little too much, right? One of the hunters suddenly falls over on the ground. His eyes roll back in his head. His mouth is open. Second hunter, he's pretty drunk. He panics. He calls 911. Help, help, my friend is dead. What can I do? The 911 operator says, okay, stay calm, sir. First of all, let's just make sure he's really dead. Silence and a gunshot. The hunter comes back on the line. Okay, what next?